Hi, you guys. Hey, everybody. Look, I'm on here a few minutes early. You know, if you're on here early, that means you got to let me know if you can hear me or not, right? Can y'all hear me? I see some people on here. I think my lash is kind of. Okay, you guys. I'm on here a little early to make sure everything, you can hear me clearly. My sinuses. I just got over like a sinus infection / the flu. So bear with me if it sounds like my nose is stopped up. We'll be all right. We will be all right. You guys, so for those of you that are on here, can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly? I got my microphone on. Microphone is on. Let me know if you can hear me. You know, when you come early, that means you're the help. That means you're the help crew. That means you got to tell me if you can hear me, if you can see me clearly. Let me know. Y'all, my nose, if my nose sounds stopped up, just go with it, you guys. Just go with it. So I took some meds, so hopefully we can make it through this. So I'm waiting to see if you can hear me. You can press 1 if you can hear me, if you don't want to like talk and stuff. Just let me know. Both of the above. Thank you. You can hear me, see and hear you great. Hi, girl. Hi, Tennessee. I'm not going to even ask you where you're from because I know you're from Tennessee. I see you, Amano. I know you're from Florida. I know where y'all are from. I got you. Florida, Tennessee. We got like one more minute. I see y'all coming in here. You guys, if my nose sounds stopped up, just roll with it, okay? Just roll with it. I took some meds and we're going to be all right, okay? We're going to roll with it. Yes. So, of course, you know, I want to know where you're from. I only do this one time. Where you are from. Where you are from. Tell me where you're from because I like to know. And then I'll go through my whole spiel because you know I can start talking and then forget that I'm supposed to introduce myself. I know, it's good to see you too. Of course, you know, anybody from Florida, I'm always like, you're from Florida. I sound good now because I literally took some meds like right before I came on here so it wouldn't just like all come down on me. I know the time change maybe has thrown people off, but we are here. California, okay, we got the West Coast, we got Tennessee, we got the South, the East Coast. Okay, cool. Okay, you guys, it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. It's really 9 o'clock, right? Because we lost an hour, right? So it's a little later, but a little earlier. So hopefully this works out. Let me jump in, you guys. Of course, if you're coming in, tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're from because I want to know. I want to know. But that's the only time I'm going to make you like really talk unless you just really want to talk and ask me a question, right? So, real quick, if you don't know, I'm Ashley Pickens. I'm here in Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee. I have been in real estate since 2006. I got licensed in 2006 as a real estate agent. I've been a real estate broker, over firm, over agents. And how most people know me is I'm an auctioneer. I auction off foreclosures for the banks, for the attorneys that represent the banks. Is what I do. I am at the courthouse. I auction off foreclosures. I auction off trustee sales. I do trustee sales. So that is what I do. That's where most people have found me. Let me be honest. That's where y'all found me because I started doing videos teaching you how to buy properties at the auction, right? I said, y'all don't know because it's only like 3 people at the auction when here in Memphis, and there were really like no videos teaching you how to buy at the auction. And I got so many questions, so many emails, so many everything that I was like, let me make a video because I used to get the same questions over and over and over. Going to the auction this Tuesday, yeah, in Georgia, first Tuesday of the month. Did you see? Y'all got a whole bunch. Y'all got some like beasts going up for auction in Georgia. You know, the first Tuesday of the month is usually Georgia and usually like Texas. And y'all are off the chain. Y'all got some beasts. I posted a couple of them, like some $1 million properties that are going up for auction. I want to hear all about it. I want to know how it goes. I know Georgia, it can be kind of crowded in Georgia, but I like to know how it goes, how many people were there, if it got bid up. I know there's been quite a few like cancellations, but that's okay. I always tell people to go, at least go to the auction, right? Go see how many people are there, figure out where you're going to park. It goes really quickly. I see you, my dog Rex. Where are you from? Tell me where you're from, because you're always here. You're like a loyal, faithful, you know, friend to the channel, to the community. Tell me where you're from. Um, but no, it can go so quick. One of my mentees went to the auction in Chicago and she was like, it was so quick. Like, she's like, it literally took us longer to park than it did to actually for the auction. So, Florida, I should have known. Y'all know that's where my retirement dreams are. Florida. That's the plan. I'm going to buy foreclosure in Florida on the beach. That is the goal. That's the dream. And there it is. But anyway, Florida. Okay. Yeah, one of the properties is Kim and Corey from, oh, did I post that one? I don't know. Like, it's a couple of big properties going up in Georgia this weekend. Look, I'm on the computer about to look. I didn't know, like, there's a couple of big $1 million properties going up, but they just bought, theirs is up for 1.6. That's probably the one. No, the one I posted was 1.9. But y'all got some beasts, but they just bought like the property that I posted that's going up this week. They just bought like in 2020, 2021. Y'all, it's so many properties going up for auction that people just bought like 3 years ago, in the last 3 years. No lie. One of my mentees got a phone call from, she's out of Atlanta, Zandria. She's a nurse out of Atlanta. And the people called her back and they just bought in 2019, like just bought the house in 2019. 2020, I guess the husband's job with COVID, like work slowed down and it never picked back up. And now they're in foreclosure. And I think that happened to a lot of people, especially if you bought like in 2019. And no, I mean, none of us were expecting the world to shut down, right? None of us were. I always think about that. People who bought in 2019 who were depending like on a job, and then the world shut down in 2020. We don't see a lot of people in foreclosure because of that, you guys. But thank you, David. So many people. I'm looking at Easton. Yeah. It's so Georgia's got huge auctions. First Tuesday, Texas has a bunch of auctions Tuesday. I think I might start auctioning in Dallas. If you're in Texas, I might come auction for you. So that means, so y'all, did I even finish my introduction? Like, I just jumped from one subject to the other. So I auction, you guys, I auction Shelby County here, like most of the counties here. I auction in Nashville, I auction in Mississippi. So that's where I auction. So East Tennessee, that's up. But it's, y'all got some beasts in Georgia, because y'all, I feel like the cities that got really bid up like the last 2 years, Atlanta, Georgia, y'all had a ton of multiple offers, like bidding wars. Y'all are gonna be the ones. Georgia, I feel like you're gonna have a lot of foreclosures in Georgia. They said San Antonio is gonna be like a huge foreclosure place. Florida, again, Florida is always like the epicenter of, I'm not saying housing market crash, I'm not saying that, but foreclosures. When things happen, Florida always gets hit so hard, you guys. Also, how often do you auction in Nashville? So it just depends, because I got somebody in Nashville. So whenever like he doesn't work, then they'll be like, Ashley, you want to go to Nashville? And Nashville is a 3-hour drive for me from Shelby County. So it's like, I got to auction more than one property to make that drive, right? You know what I mean? So, I haven't been in a while. Like, honestly, across the country, everything's been kind of postponing and canceling. And y'all, they're going to start canceling as we go into the holiday season. Like I said before, like they do a moratorium, a holiday moratorium. usually mid-December to the beginning of January. They usually stop a lot of foreclosures because, they don't want to put people out during the holidays. I get it. We get it, right? Um, you want to buy rural property in Tennessee, close to Georgia. There's a lot of auction land sites like landwatch.com. There's a couple other land property sites like, what's another one? Like there's farm and land. I can look it up, you guys. Look, I can look it up. Don't worry. But landwatch.com, that's a site that shares that you can buy land off of. No, so I'm not there that often. No, I'm like the backup for Nashville. And I only want to go if it's like worth my while to go. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to just go down for one and then come back. So, yes, in-laws in Memphis. Just the properties down here were overpriced. Y'all bid up. That was just insanity. But y'all, baby, everybody leaving the industry now. Like everybody is leaving real estate now. But every time I look in like real estate groups, somebody's like, I'm getting a part-time job. How are y'all making money? What's a side hustle? Everybody is like, let me tell you, look, it is easy. And I can say this because I've been in real estate for 15 plus years, right? I saw the last housing market downturn. It is easy to make money when like 2021, when the interest rates are low. I always use this analogy. It's easy to make money when like food is laying on the ground, right? That's how it was a couple years ago. Like everybody got a real estate license. Everybody jumped in because they saw it was easy. They thought it was easy. It was fun. Everybody's driving Range Rovers and taking photo shoots. And this is an easy industry. I saw somebody even post in a group, like, I got into real estate because it looked fun. I'm like, okay. But anyway, if that's why you got in, okay. But it's easy to make money when food is laying on the ground, right? When it's good. But let me tell you, you will see who got a strong hustle muscle when you got to go hunt for food, right? When you got to climb a tree to get food, right? And that's the market we're in now. And I mean, everybody's not built for it, right? We see how strong your hustle muscle is when you got to go hunt for food, when you got to climb a tree to get it and it's not laying on the ground and everybody's got a pre-approval letter and interest rates are 2%, right? It's easy when it's like that. But when you got to work for your food, it's a whole different ball game. So it is what it is. It's a circle of life in real estate. Like people get in when it's easy, they get out when it's difficult. But I get it, right? Because we work on 100% commission, right? So, I mean, everybody can't handle being uncomfortable. Let me say, like, everybody is not built for that, right? Like when you are self-employed, like I'm always in a state of being uncomfortable, right? Like that's when you're self-employed, when you work for yourself, it is what it is, right? But everybody can't handle that type of stress, right? When it starts getting a little rough, people jump on out, right? It's just what it is. I keep telling my realtor colleagues that a lot of properties down here in Georgia are going to foreclose and they don't believe me. I literally see the distress notice. Nobody ever believes you, right? Like, y'all, I can talk. I amaze myself at how much I can actually talk. Nobody, and I always think about, if you watch The Big Short, right? I always think about, it's always people. Like you're always crazy until it happens, right? You're always crazy, like foreclosures are coming. No, she's crazy. Why? When I was talking about foreclosures, I've been talking about it forever, right? Even when interest rates were 2%. But of course, I auction off foreclosures. So of course, this is what I do. I'm on this side of the market. But people are like, what? Like, why, Ashley, why are you even keeping up with the stats on foreclosures? Why is that even, there are no foreclosures. Everybody's got enough equity, blah, 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 blah. Now look at us now, right? Now everybody talking about foreclosures. Everybody's a foreclosure specialist. You're always crazy until it happens, right? My point was like on The Big Short, right? There were people who were whistleblowers who were like, look, this is what's going on. We got all these bad loans out here. We've got all this. But everybody's like, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy until you're not. Let me just say that. So you're crazy until you are not. So it's okay. Just come over here on the crazy side with me, right? But now every time you look up, everybody's talking about foreclosures, and they are really going to talk about them come 2024. Just wait. Just wait. So I get it. It's okay. People don't have to believe you, you guys. But what we do is we prepare and we get ready. And if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, right? So it is what it is. It is what it is. What was I talking about? Yeah, it's always on The Big Short. That's what they were saying. Everybody was like, there were always people who were talking about what was coming, but people don't listen. People don't listen. But that's okay. That's okay. Oh, and that's what I was saying. Like in the real estate market, people jump in, everybody's going to start leaving the market because, everybody just not built, when things get slow and interest rates are high and sellers don't want to sell and buyers don't want to buy. It's just, I don't know. Survival of the fittest. That's all I can say, you guys. But I've been out here since 2006. So, I've seen it. It's a circle of life in real estate. Circle of life. They come in, they go out. It is what it is. Yeah, the hustle muscle. Would you see who's got the strongest? Everybody's hustle muscle is on a different, we'll see, of course, I'm here so y'all can ask me questions. What do y'all want to know about? I was going to tell you foreclosure numbers came out for October. What is this? This is November. Foreclosure numbers are out for October. Let me peek at HUD because, mainstream foreclosure numbers are kind of low. Foreclosures aren't that high. They're still kind of low. But it's the people who are behind on their mortgage is the numbers that we have to look at. Those are the numbers that we need to pay attention to, right? We've got like 5 million people who have not paid their mortgage in like 2 years. And they're not in foreclosure. What I've heard is now you can't even file I think a default notice until people are like 120 days behind on their mortgage. You got to be at least 120 days in order for, I think, your servicer to file. It's the new rule that they've come up with. But I don't even think they filed, like, y'all. We got like 5 million people. If they were to file on all the people who are behind on their mortgage, y'all, it would be a sugar, honey, iced tea storm. Let me tell you. Hold on. I was about to pull up. I was going to see if, no, they're not up yet. HUD hadn't posted their numbers yet. But we can talk about foreclosure numbers for October. Is a short sale the way to make money off these deals? So you know what a short sale is, right? So short sale is when the house is worth less than what is owed, right? That means you got a loan for $300,000, but your house is only worth $250,000. So you're offering the bank maybe, less. You're offering the bank $250,000 because you're basically under the premise of some money is better than no money, right? And I guess it's going to depend on the deal, right? How would you make money off of a short sale though, right? Like, so I don't do short sales. That's not my thing. Because for me, I don't know, but I guess you expect the market to come back around, right? So if you buy a short sale, if the house is worth 300, no, if you owe 300, but it's worth 250, and then I guess if you get it for 200, right? Like, is that how you would look? I'm over here trying to think through the short sale, and then you just have a house that's $200,000. Because for me, I'm always looking at like these profit margins, right? Like, so for me, when I talk to pre-foreclosure clients or people who are up for auction, you know, most of them have been in their house for a certain amount of time, right? Like a deal a couple of weeks ago, like the house was worth like 300,000 and he only owed like 130,000, right? Like those are the kind of profit margins like when I work with foreclosures. But when you do short sale, right? Because they're like upside down on their house, right? But that's, I mean, that's like a lot of people from 2008. Like that was the scenario back then. People cashed in off of people who were upside down on their houses, right? If you can get a house. But I mean, if you short sale, you negotiate that price with the bank, right? So even if the house is, they might owe 300, the house might be worth 250, but if you can pick it up for like 200 or 150, then there you go, right? Like that would be the idea on short sales, right? That's what you want to do. Since you get to negotiate with the bank, you could offer them much less than what the house is worth. Are you following me? Y'all following me? I guess that's the way you would do short sales, right? And make money off of it. Because I'm always like, I need to get the house for cheaper than what it's worth, right? So if you negotiate with the bank, you just negotiate for a lot less, right? If the loan is 300, you'd be like, can I get it for 2? There you are. There you are. There it is. You know, it takes me a second to get there. I just don't work on the short sale side. So I'm work on the other side, but I'm there with you. I'm there with you. Yes. Short sale is one of the ways to make money off of these deals, especially if you're talking about these people who like overbid and paid over in the last couple of years, right? Because when these prices start coming down, they might be upside down, right? So what do you recommend? How would you normally do notice of default for foreclosure? You can do short sales, right? I talk to people before they go up for auction, right? That's my method. Get to them before they go into foreclosure. Is a way that I do. But I feel like any way, that's how I feel about all things, most things. Any action is good, right? As long as you're doing something. If you want to go the short sale route, go the short sale route. Reach out to them, send them a letter, text them, call them. Well, don't harass the sugar honey iced tea out of them, okay? Because they're already like a different. That's the thing about when foreclosures start popping up. Everybody jumps up and it's like, I'm a foreclosure expert, I'm a foreclosure specialist. And most people don't have like the mental capacity to handle people who are in foreclosure, right? That's a whole different ball game. That's not like your typical traditional home buyers who are like, oh, my lease is up, I think I'm gonna move, blah 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 blah. That's not these type of people. Like these people are stressed the F out, right? They're about to lose their house. And most people have no idea how foreclosure works, right? All they know is I'm about to lose my house, right? My house is going up for auction, but they have no idea. Does that mean somebody's going to knock on my door and set my stuff out? Does that mean after the auction, like I've got to move in 24 hours? It's not for everybody. You know what I mean? Yeah, most foreclosure people they do want to stay in their house. So I know when the market starts getting a little dry, everybody's going to be like, I do foreclosures, but most people don't even have like the empathy or, to deal with people like that, right? And it's not like most of the people I talk to, like, it's not like I get paid off of everybody that I deal with. Most of it's just like a labor of love, honestly. It's just me like, how can I help you? When people call me, I'm like, most people are like, I want to keep my house. And that's me being like, okay, let's figure out how you're going to keep your house, right? I'm not getting paid off of that. Most people would not do that, right? I have gone to people's houses and gone over their like mortgage paperwork with them just to be like, okay, this is what you need to do. This is how you fill this out to get assistance so you can stay in your house. Most people are not going to do that, right? Most people, if you're not going to sell, I don't want to talk to you. right? So I just know people jump in and I handle foreclosures and I do this and I'm a specialist, but they have no, like they're just not genuine when it comes to helping people. And these are people who are like stressed out, right? Blood pressure high, about to lose their house, they got kids. If people are behind on their mortgage, they're probably behind on like their car note and everything else, right? So if you're in real estate and you're going to be a foreclosure specialist, just, have some compassion for people, right? And they're already getting hounded by everybody, right? Like, I know how people like my guys at the auction, like they are out knocking on people's doors. They're going to get out. They're going to walk around your house. I mean, they intimidate people who are in foreclosure, right? If they know your house is going up for auction, they are going to play on those emotions. So, it's just a lot. Okay, let me read. What do you recommend? How would you normally do notice default? Okay, so I don't door knock. Look, I live in Memphis. I ain't knocking on nobody's door. Okay, I live in Memphis. That's enough said. Period. I'm not knocking on nobody's door. But absolutely, if that's where you are, if that's where you live, I know plenty of people who door knock, right? Like that is, again, I say this to my mentees, whatever action you take is good, right? As long as you do something. Most people have analysis paralysis. They're not going to do anything. They're going to go to a class, they're going to go to a conference, they're going to get in a group, we're going to go to a meetup. But when it actually comes to like doing something, they are not going to do it, right? So anything that you do, if you door knock, if you text, if you call, if you mail, if you drive for dollars, I don't care what you do, right? You just have to do something. That is the bottom line. Whatever it is, do something. So if you door knock, you go be the best door knocker the world has ever seen, right? If that works for you, absolutely do that, right? So yeah, they lowball. I mean, it's the nature of the beast. They lowball. Of course they're gonna lowball people. Um, and I'm not mad at them for lowballing. But I don't ever, like when I work with people who want to sell their house before it goes to auction, I'm never like, you're gonna always make money. Like I know some of these guys, you know what I mean? They'll give a homeowner like $5,000 and they'll walk away with like $30,000 on an assignment fee, right? Like, y'all, come on, like don't do people like that, right? You know what I mean? Like, I would never, but that's just not how I get down, right? Like I've done plenty of deals and didn't make any money, especially like on airship properties. Like airship properties be like a headache. But I mean, it's plenty of times where, like I've dealt with like airship property and be like 5 or 6 siblings, and it's only like maybe $20,000, and they all got to split it. And I'll be like, look, I'm not gonna make any money, And the closing attorney's like, what's your fee on this? I'm like, they not. It's 150 of them. Like, they're not gonna make any money. Don't worry about it, you know. But no, I know some people, and it's because homeowners don't know. A lady called the other day, right? In foreclosure. She's in foreclosure, obviously. She got my letter in foreclosure. She called and she's like, I was like, she called me and she was like, I got your letter. I was trying to see, what's going on. I said, I told her, I was like, you're in foreclosure. She's like, I'm not in foreclosure. Older lady, like an old lady, you can tell, like, she was like, I pay my mortgage. And I'm like, you got an auction set for like the 16th. And it was like, and she's like, well, my husband, I guess her husband died, like older lady, definitely could tell like she didn't know what was going on, right? And I know plenty of people that would have taken advantage of that situation, right? And she was like, no, I pay my mortgage. And I'm like, ma'am, you don't pay your mortgage. I'm like, do you know who you pay your mortgage to? And she was like, no, I don't know who I pay it to. My husband used to do that, but I know the mortgage is paid. but her husband like passed away, right? Like, so it's like, ma'am, like you about to lose your house like next Friday, and you don't even it's a lot of people like that. Hold on, let me read. Back? Are we back? Hold on. Thank you guys. Hold on. Are we back? Talk to me. Let me know. I know it's a delay. Okay, there we go. My microphone, you guys. Tell me. Hold on. Hold on. Look, we can't even do fancy. Okay, what about now? I took the mic off. I took everything off. What do you... We good, you guys? I took the mic off. Okay. I'm going to go with yes. The microphone is off, so it's just straight phone audio. Yes. I'm not going to say anything until y'all tell me I'm good again. Thanks, you guys. I don't know how long I have been talking without the audio. Okay. Okay. Cool. There it is. I see it's a delay with everybody's. Okay. Only off like a minute on my end. You're back. All right. No microphone. No fancy. We just going old school. Old school. No microphone. I think I talked so long, it just cut off. I guess it's a limit on my microphone time. So, okay. I think I was just on my rant about taking action. You guys, take action. Do something this week. It's fourth quarter. I'm going to pull up these foreclosure cities. Do something. Yes, door knock, call, text, ringless voicemail, mail letters. Do whatever it is that you need to do, right? Because ain't nobody coming to save us. Nobody is coming to save us. So, and I think all my people, like in my mentorship, they're, like most of them are nurses. Well, nurses, and everybody just wants freedom, right? Like everybody just wants freedom and more money from what they do. Like, so you gotta, that's what me and my friends say. You gotta buy your way out. We are buying our way out, right? So, do something. Y'all know I mail like 100 letters a week. 100 at least. It just depends on how many notices we get filed here. But, okay, good. Y'all can hear me. But, do something. That's all I can tell you. And it's not an overnight thing. It does not happen overnight. There has been plenty of times where I have mailed and nobody has called me back, right? So understand it does not happen immediately. There will be times when you work and you don't see the results, but you just got to keep going, okay? I've mailed for the last 2.5 years, every week for the last 2.5, almost 3 years. Yeah, and there will be times when people won't call you back, right? But do you type your letters? So my letters, look, y'all, I mean, if you're here with me, I'm just going to share it with you. So my letters are typed, right? So I send the same letter to everybody. Everybody gets the same letter from me, right? But I do hand address my envelopes, right? So, and I think I have a better open rate because people, you know, open a handwritten card. I only do colorful envelopes. I do colorful envelopes because white envelopes look like bills, right? And you know, ain't nobody open up no bill, right? Especially if you're behind on your mortgage. So I only do colorful envelopes. I get these off of Amazon. I think my Amazon store is linked in the description. I also linked my letters, right? I've got a foreclosure template bundle, and it's got like letters and text messages, and you kind of pick some and you can craft them. I think the link is below. I'm working on a course because, you know, everybody knows this is my last mentorship class for this year. If you're interested, I think I got 2 spots left. The link is in the comments or something. This is the last one for the year. However, I'm working on a course, so because I only take like 5 people in the mentorship at a time because I got to help them in their market and that kind of stuff. So I'm working on a course that kind of teaches you everything about foreclosures, marketing, helping people, all that kind of stuff, right? So if you can't have me, you can have the course. And then in 2024, I'll open the mentorship back up, right? So, because next month is my birthday, so I'm not doing any mentorships in December, right? So I think there's 2 spots left in this month. Click on the link if you're interested. All good. But anyway, back to my letters. I think I answered your questions. But yeah, I hand address all envelopes, but it's the same letter. And yeah, it's like in color. I got stuff in color like bankruptcy, and I have crafted this letter over the past 2 years, right? Like bankruptcy isn't your only option. Y'all know I have the website foreclosurehelptn.com. Y'all can go look at that so you can see, you know what I mean? And that's what I teach you in the mentorship. Like, it comes with a website, it comes with all that. I just teach you kind of to do what I do here. I teach you to do it in your city. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, and check out the Auction Accelerator. Yes, that is my baby course. I swear I've seen you before. Do you do live calls with me? Nope. This is the only place I've been. This is it, unless you've seen me at the courthouse doing auctions. But yes, y'all have not said anything about foreclosure numbers. Let me go over this really quickly so y'all can see. Y'all, because I just come on here and talk. Okay, so right now across the country, if you have questions, just, you know, leave them down there. Thank you. Yes, get the auction course. If you want to go to the auction, I teach you everything about the auction. Could you say the foreclosure site again, please? My website that's at the bottom of my letter, is that what you want me to say? That's at the bottom. My personal website that I put on the bottom of my letters is foreclosurehelptn.com. Foreclosurehelptn.com. Go check it out. It's for when homeowners reach out to me, you know, and I'm legit, right? You know what I'm saying? They look at my letter, then they go to my website, and they look at me on social media. They're like, she legit, right? So I have Foreclosure Help TN, Foreclosure Help MS for Mississippi, Foreclosure Help AR for Arkansas. I think I own Foreclosure Help TX for Texas and Foreclosure Help CA for California. I own all of those domains. But I only use Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas. Okay, so anyway, as I talk, you guys, you can just put your questions. Hello, C. So, right now, this is the foreclosures and zombie foreclosures. Y'all know what zombie foreclosures are, right? Those are properties that the homeowner has abandoned, right? They just decided to walk away from their house. So, did y'all know we have 1.3 million vacant properties across the United States right now? 1.3. Did you know that we have 23 million investor-owned properties? I guess if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen these stats. 23 million investor-owned properties, and like almost 1 million of them are vacant. But I think investors, you know, investors are getting hit really hard right now because of everything that's going on, right? Like Airbnb, right? That's a huge mess. Airbnb, just not being able to sell these properties. It's a lot of hard money lenders here in Memphis foreclosing on investors because, you know, hard money lenders, they expect you to refinance out of their money and pay them back and, you know, do what you gonna do. So if you can't refinance out, or if you can't sell your property and pay them back, they foreclosing. So we got some hard money lenders here foreclosing on investors, a bunch of them. So foreclosures. Okay, but yes, yeah, a lot of them are vacant. I see, and I've noticed like these properties going up for auction. If you look at their history, it's like they bought it and then they tried to rent it out. They can't rent it out. Tried to sell it, can't sell it. Try to rent it again, can't, and now they're in foreclosure. You know, it's a lot of investors like that, and especially y'all Airbnb. That's gonna be rough right there. And I know it's in New York, and then New York's got that rent cap rate. Like one of my guys in the mentorship, he's in New York, and he's like their rental cap, where they can't charge more than a certain amount in different buildings. Now that's rough. That's rough. Where they put a cap on how much you can charge for rent, and then real estate is so expensive in New York, and then you can only charge a certain amount for rent. I don't know about that. I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of different waves of foreclosures that we will see, right? People who were in foreclosure before the pandemic, people who ended up in foreclosure during the pandemic, lost their jobs and couldn't pay, and the jobs have just not come back. People who thought they could refinance and they couldn't, you know, and struggling to pay their mortgage right now, and interest rates are just not going down. Then your investors who are going to be, you know, who are going to lose properties because they can't afford to pay 2 mortgages, right? Like if you don't have any rent coming in, Airbnb, you know, you're going to lose houses like that. Just, you know, it's just a lot. And then commercial real estate, it's just waves. So you remember in the last crash, 2006, 2008, foreclosures didn't come until 2009, 2010. That's when we saw the peak of foreclosures. 2009, 2010. So it's a lag. Remember that. So even if, I'm not saying the market's going to crash. If the market crashes next year, it'll be a lag before foreclosures really come, right? They're going to come. They're going to start trickling. But when we talk about a whole wave, it'll be, you know what I mean? It'll come. It's a lag. It's always a lag. It's a lag in numbers right now. You know, they're talking about all that's going on in the economy. It's a lag in the numbers that we see reported on the news. Hello, Laquita Williams. Where are you from? Look, I know you're like, I just hopped on this live and she called me out. Tell me where you're from. And you guys, you know, if you have any questions, let me know. So, hold on. Let me keep going. The foreclosure numbers are just so low. They're so low. And it's just because banks aren't foreclosing. But did y'all see Jamie Dimon cashed his stock out? Is cashing stock out. Did y'all see that? Jamie Dimon over JP Morgan Chase cashing his stock out. I don't know. Could be something. Could be nothing. I don't know. Atlanta, y'all always represent. Georgia always represents, don't they? Could be something, could be nothing. But I feel like it's never nothing, right? I don't know. He cashed out $140 million, like his stock. And this is the first time he ever sold his stock in like 20 years. And you're like, what does it mean? I don't know. Like, I feel like, first of all, he can't make any moves without people watching him, right? So even if he's like, I don't foresee anything bad coming, but just to be safe, I'm going to cash out some of mine. You know what I mean? That's still going to throw up like we're doing right now, right? Like, he cashing out his stock. What's going on? Something must be about to happen. Memphis. My home, look, we here together, Memphis. So, I know, you got to watch what they do, right? You know, but he can't make any moves, right? Which you kind of like, good, I'm glad you can't make no moves and us not know about it, right? But they can't make any moves, but he said it was just for family reasons. Okay. Okay. It could be something. It could be nothing. You run the biggest bank in the country and you cashing out before the year's up. Maybe it's for tax purposes. Maybe you need to buy a new jet. Maybe, I don't know. Could be something. Could be nothing. But all I know is Jamie Dimon is cashing out his stock. He might know something. Him and Jerome. Jamie and Jerome. We'll see. We will see. Maybe he knows Jerome might be about to raise these interest rates. Or maybe he knows the interest rates are going to stay higher for longer and he got to pull his money out. I don't know. They're saying maybe he might be about to retire. I don't know. Could be something. Could be nothing. But it ain't never nothing. Right? It's never nothing. And he's doing it. I think he's doing it right. I don't know. Is he doing it now? They said he initiated it. And maybe they're going to, like, I guess you got to go through, of course you got to go through protocol when you start pulling out, when you start cashing out stock, right? So, he might be moving. You're right. You're right. You're right. And Jamie be over there meeting with people. Like, he is over there talking to, he was in China like a couple of months ago, wasn't he, talking to people? So, he up to something. Now, it might not be what we think. You know, we might be over here thinking the housing market and you know, about to go down. And Jamie over there thinking, nope, I'm moving money because I'm about to partner up with these other people. You know what I mean? It could, we have no idea what goes on in the upper room, right? We don't know what's going on up there. So, I don't know. All I got to say is we're going to wait and see. Now, if in a couple of months, the bottom falls out, we're going to be like, Jamie knew. Jamie knew. You know, we knew. Okay, anyway, you guys, I didn't talk about the foreclosure, the cities. So, I'm reading. If y'all say something, I'll watch and see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it's really not a lot of zombie foreclosures, right? It's like 8,900 zombie foreclosures, which is nothing, right? Because honestly, where are these people going to go, right? Honestly, where are they going to go? So the biggest increase in zombie foreclosures, we got Kentucky, Connecticut, Maryland, Texas, and California, right? New Jersey is also on that list. Nevada and Georgia is also on that list. So, I don't know, you guys. Okay. Investor-owned vacant properties. We've got Indiana, Illinois, Oklahoma, Alabama, and Ohio with the most investor-owned vacant properties for the fourth quarter. I don't know. Y'all, what's going on in y'all's market? Like, well, I know Georgia. Y'all, hold on. Let me pull up the address of the property that's going up for auction. Yeah, it's not like y'all can look at it, but there's some beasts. Y'all got some big properties going up for auction. This is the first Tuesday of the month. And I want to hear about your auction experience when you go. Like, you got to tell me about it. Because everybody's auction experience is different. Let me be honest. Everybody's auction experience is different. I know at Georgia auctions, they get bid up. Like, they can literally get bid up so quickly. That's one of my friends said that she went. I told y'all this. And the opening bid was $27,000. She was planning on bidding $50,000. Her plan was to bid $50,000. And she said the first bid out the gate was like $60,000. So she was like, I got out before I even got to bid. I was like, the auction is, you know, but the auction's got like great, I'm biased, of course. I'm biased because I think the auction is a great place to buy properties. But, you know, like I always say, you've got to do your due diligence. You've got to, you know, you got to do your research before you go, right? That's the only thing about the auction. Great deals, great prices, great profit margins. You just got to do you got to do your research before you go, right? That's the whole thing. Yeah, they've got a ton. Y'all can't see. Look, I'm like, y'all can't see all the auctions that are, y'all can't see. I don't even know why I did that, because y'all can't see. But it's a ton. It's Fulton County, Gwinnett, Grady, Hall, Henry, Houston, Jackson, Liberty, Lumpkin, Monroe, Muskogee County, Newton, Paulding. The first Tuesday of the month is Georgia and Texas, Harris County. Harris County, y'all, you know, you guys. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with this market. I know I don't expect anything crazy to happen like in the next 60 days, not in 2023. 2024, we're going to see. We're going to see. A lot of the experts are saying like second quarter is when a lot of things will start happening. I feel like something's got to give, right? Like you got people who haven't paid their mortgage. We got commercial real estate. We got all these, and people are laying off. They are laying off, you guys. So I've got friends who work at FedEx, right? Who are pilots. They sent out an email telling FedEx pilots like American Airlines is hiring if they want to go to American Airlines because revenue is down for fourth quarter at FedEx, which is crazy, right? You know, FedEx pilots are about to strike. Everybody's striking. Everybody is going on strike, it seems like. But FedEx is saying their revenue is down and telling their pilots that they can go. American Airlines is offering incentives. I guess the passenger side of airlines is still booming, but the freight side has slowed down considerably. Yeah, earnings report after, yeah, that's gonna be the kicker. Like when these reports come out after Christmas and y'all, these jobs gonna start laying off. Banks are gonna, all the banks are already saying they are restructuring and reorganizing. JP Morgan is laying off people. Wells Fargo, I mean, I think everybody's like laying off their mortgage department right now. No shade if you're in the mortgage department. You know what I mean? You know, fourth quarter, that's when people, retail numbers, we'll see. But these big companies, and the thing is, who knows if these jobs are going to come back, right? Like, these jobs might not even come back, right? Once they start laying off, I don't know. I think we'll see in the first 2024. And I mean, these people have mortgages. These people have bills that they have to pay. When you start talking about laying people off, that's an income. That's a, you know what I mean? Like, that's, your bank don't open on Saturdays. I've been able to pull right up to my bank the past couple times. Nobody has been there. I've been able to pull right on up through the drive-through, no problem. I'm like, okay. Ain't nobody at the bank, okay. We'll see. We will see. But that, I mean, of course, we know when unemployment goes up, that means, I mean, most of these people, houses are depending on two incomes, or at least one income. You lose your income. You know what I mean? Like, that's like the domino effect, right? You lose your job, you lose your money, then you start losing your house, you can't pay your bills. Everybody's got credit card debt, and we're not gonna even do it. I'm not gonna even talk about Sally. We will not talk about Sally Mae on this live tonight. But y'all, we will see. We'll see what happens next year. And then that's what happens. Like, people start, everybody's already started price reducing. If you've been on the market, you know, everybody's price reducing, unless you're in like these pockets where everybody's still buying. But other than that, people are price. That's how you lose your equity, right? That is where your equity goes. When your neighbors start price reducing, let your neighbors lose a job, right? We need to put our house on the market. We need to sell now. Let you get in foreclosure. Put the house on the market. Sell now. And if you just bought your house and you overpaid for it, well, not overpaid for it. You just bought your house and you paid the strength for it, and then Mark and Mindy get nervous because Mark lost his job, and they put their house on the market for like $20,000 less. You know, that's where your equity goes. That's how you end up being upside down. That's how that happens. Market is always the last data point to bomb. I know, and it's such a lag because they keep saying the job market is so strong. Unemployment is down. There's plenty of jobs to go around. What did they say the other day? They created like something thousand jobs were created in what, September or October. I'm like, these retail jobs don't count, right? No shade to anybody working in retail. But when they start reporting numbers and 300,000 jobs were created. Okay, we're not talking about holiday Christmas jobs, right? Most of us got big people bills. We got adult bills, right? Most of us cannot go work for $8 an hour, right? And those are the jobs that were created. That doesn't count. That does not count. Part-time, but they were saying like they count part-time jobs in the employment numbers. That don't count, right? If you got a full-time and a part-time job, that means you're struggling. That does not mean the economy is doing great when you got to have 3 jobs to pay your bills, right? But it's a lag. We all know it's a lag. Yeah, price reducing. Everybody's price. Builders price reducing. Builders offering incentives. All these buy down rates. But they trying to move these houses. They are trying. Did you see? Look at me. Did you see? Amazon partnered with a firm. Y'all know what a firm is. It's like that Klarna. It's like that pay now, buy now, pay later company for small businesses, because they said banks aren't loaning money to small businesses anymore because of everything that's going on. So now Amazon has partnered with a firm to loan money to small businesses. So I'm like, everybody trying to come up with a way to make money and all that kind of stuff. So a firm's stock went up, like, because they partnered with Amazon, right? Everybody's on this buy now, pay later. They said people putting groceries on buy now, pay later. People ain't got no money. And I don't know why they keep talking about stimulus. If y'all watch like Yahoo Finance or Bloomberg or these, they're like, people are out of stimulus. I'm like, why are we even still talking about stimulus? I don't know. Maybe people are like so far removed. They're like, who still got, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But I don't know anybody who still got stimulus money. I don't know, but people are like still talking about that. Like, people just ran out of stimulus money. I'm like, people been out of stimulus money. But what do you think about buying properties off the Shelby County Land Bank? I know plenty of people who buy off the land bank. Like, I know a lot of people. I think you have to be, I don't know if there's a redemption period with the land bank. I know with tax sales there's a redemption period. But I know it's a lot of, like, I know plenty of people who buy off the land bank. Like, just do your research, but you can absolutely do that. You know what I mean? And I know they have like cheaper properties. You know what I mean? Go figure it out. You know what I mean? I'll look too and see what I can figure out. People are price reducing from home sellers to rentals. Builders have started renting properties because they can't sell these new construction homes. We've got a builder here in Mississippi that has started renting homes that they built because they can't sell them. I'm like, these builders got to pay these loans back too, right? But yeah, land bank, it's legit. Just do your research, but you can buy from there. I've heard plenty of people who buy from the land bank for sure. Part-time jobs, yeah, seasonal jobs. Yes, 150K jobs in October. I mean, it doesn't count if it's like, because I don't want to offend anybody, you know what I mean? But adding 150,000 $8 an hour jobs, come on, y'all. Ain't nobody on, I mean, somebody on here might be 18, but $8 an hour is not gonna pay my bills. That's all I'm saying, right? But we all know how the news works, right? They always show like the best part. Like, guess what? We've added 150,000 new jobs. But you're not going to say it, they $8 an hour, right? We're not saying it's Target. You know what I mean? Or Wendy's. Right? They're not saying Wendy's added 150,000 jobs. You know, it's just we've added 150,000 jobs and the economy is strong and everybody's happy and the consumers are happy and whoop, there it is. Come on. You know what I mean? Like, it isn't. These companies charge. I went this morning again. Stop. I'm so mad. I just started reading. Stop. Right. You're right. You're right. Everything is crazy, you know, but the news always, like, the perfect example, you guys, and I'm going to get off of here because we already been an hour. Perfect example of how the news just, when I watch the news, I literally don't believe half the numbers or half the information that they say, right? Or I know that they pull from, they only tell you the best parts. For example, you guys, and I've said this before, like builders, right? So the whole year, all 2023, the news was like, builders are so happy. Everything's going so great with builders because, you know, builders make up like a huge part of real estate, right? They watch the builders, the new home builds, all that kind of stuff. Builder sentiment is great. Home market is strong. Buyer's market is strong, right? Builders are happy, right? So then that's what they've been saying like all year. Then come September, it was like builder sentiment is down, right? All of a sudden, all year, builders been happy, market strong, blah, 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 blah. September hit, then it comes out, builder sentiment is down. They're forecasting like 6 months, home market going to be slow. So the reporter she even asked, she was like, well, how all of a sudden did all year builder sentiment has been strong and now in September, builder sentiment is down all of a sudden? The other lady, I kid you not, the lady said, well, Lennar, if y'all are familiar with home builders, Lennar is like the big home builder, right? Lennar, biggest home builder. Lennar had good, strong sentiment all year, and all of a sudden, now Lennar is reporting that their numbers are down. So it's like all year, you know, all year, all the other builders have been saying, but since Lennar, I think, makes up 12% of the home builder circle, you know, all year, they've just been reporting with this one home builder, their sentiments, while all the other builders and all of us in America in reality know that the housing market has declined, right? Every time I open my email, it's a builder's price reduction, something, right? But all year, they've only been reporting the numbers from Lennar's home builder, and he's been saying good sentiment. Now, all of a sudden, that Lennar has reported, now it's builder sentiment is down. The next 6 months, it's predicted that home buying is going to slow down. I'm like, see, that is what y'all do. Y'all take one piece of the puzzle, and that's what it is. Instead of telling all these builders, we all know Home Depot, Lowe's, all the other builders have said it's slow in the real estate market, but y'all have been reporting that everything is all good. I'm like, see, that's how you know. They just gonna pull the best information and share the best information with us. That's what you gotta believe. Just know that when you watch the news, they're only gonna share the best information, right? Jobs, 150,000 jobs created. They're at Wendy's and Taco Bell. Y'all, we're not doing that, right? Who gonna pay their bills off? No shade to anybody at Wendy's and Taco Bell. No shade. None. Right? But y'all know what I'm saying. Our government's gonna, yeah, they've always been sus. It's America, I know. You know we always say that. It's America. Lennar. They were like, Lennar just reported. I'm like, so all year, the other 80% of builders have said the market is slow, we're struggling, but y'all keep it. I'm like, that's exactly how they report numbers, you guys. It's only 30,000 foreclosures, y'all, but it's 5 million people who have not paid their mortgage, right? No news program has said that. None. None. It's foreclosures are down, equity is good. You know, it's everybody's got equity in their house, blah, 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 blah. We got 5 million people who have not paid their mortgage in like 2 years. And I really think it's closer to like 8 to 10 million people who have not paid their mortgage in 2 years. But the news will not report that for sure. They will not say that. So, you guys, we will be the crazy ones. Y'all can be on the crazy side with me that knows it's a storm brewing. We can all clearly see a storm is brewing. All the people down here with us. It's a storm brewing. Now, whether or not they want to admit it, okay. So all I can say is get ready. Save your money. Get ready, right? That's all I can say. You guys, I've been talking an hour and a half. Y'all got questions? If you got, y'all got questions, because you know we got school in the morning. I got school in the morning. Not that I have school in the morning. I have to take my kid to school in the morning. Friday is a holiday, so we are out of school on Friday. No auctions on Friday, at least not for me. For most people, it's a holiday, so I don't think any auctions on Friday. Anywhere, I don't think. Y'all got any questions? Y'all follow me on Instagram. Your Agent Ashley on Instagram. I think everybody already follows me on Instagram. Y'all gotta subscribe to my channel. I'm like 300 subscribers away from 10,000 on YouTube. So subscribe to the channel, you guys. Subscribe to the channel. All my links are below. Oh, you guys, November's masterclass. I think a bunch of y'all came to October's auction versus REO masterclass. Y'all have been asking me about tax sales. Y'all ask me about tax sales all the time. All the time. November's masterclass is on tax sales. Deeds, tax liens, tax sales. The sign up is in the comments. Check the comments, check the description. Y'all know it is absolutely free. It's absolutely free. It will be a live masterclass. I will teach you what I know about tax sales. Y'all know I don't do tax sales, but I will teach you what I know about tax sales, like where to find them, how to buy them, all that kind of stuff. The difference between tax liens, tax deeds, there is a difference. So sign up for the masterclass. It's free, you guys. It's free. It's free. So I will teach you. Sign up is down below. Y'all know the auction course. I think there's 2 spots left in the mentorship. Sign up for that if you want that. And yeah, I put out videos. I've been trying to put out more videos on YouTube. Your Agent Ashley on Instagram. Do y'all have any questions? Get your questions out. Look at us. This is like the shortest live I've done. If you want, I got the foreclosure bundled templates if you want, because somebody else asked me about like what do my letters say and what. Guys, you can literally just make your own letter. But I have a bundle that you can buy. Like I made like 20 letters, 20 text messages, and you can kind of send them, you know, craft them yourself and send them out. Just do something. That is the theme of today's live. Do something. Do something. Action, execute. That's what we're doing. That's the name of the game now and all of 2024. Okay? That's it. Do y'all have any questions? I think all of my links are below. Everything you need, everything you want is down below. Right? Do y'all have any other questions? Anything else? Yes, do something. That is the theme. I feel like my nose is about to start stopping up again. So, you guys, as always, I appreciate you guys. Follow, click on the links. I will see you next time. I've been trying to go live like on Sundays. That's the plan. So, you guys, that's all I got for tonight. You guys, I appreciate you as always. I hope y'all have a look, like, comment, and subscribe. That's the YouTube, you know, theme. Okay, you guys, I'm getting off of here. I don't see any more questions. You know how this goes. On 3, we all hang up. So it's not weird for anybody. Okay, you guys, I'm hanging up. We good? Yes, you're welcome. Good night, you guys. Yeah, hit the little thumbs up before you leave. Hit the thumbs up before you leave, before you X out. Okay, you guys. See you on 3. We all hang up. 1, 2, 3.